The Bluebells on the way, Young at Heart, and we'll get on Belinda Carlisle, get together in the next 5 or 10 minutes as well. Joel Mitchell with you across the north till 10 o'clock tonight. Continuing our trend here of kind of hobby clubs across the north that bring people together that have got similar interests. Ian, Mike and Paul are from Dice and Bolter in Kendal. We've just spoken about Lego, but this is a group of people that enjoy tabletop gaming, things like Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, things that, to be honest, I know absolutely nothing about. The whole thing, really new to me, but they're on the show now. Hello, guys.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
For anyone listening, and maybe they're like me, they're thinking, wargaming, what's going on? So, Mike, explain the idea. So, what is wargaming and what's the attraction for you?
I'd say that it's tabletop gaming. That encompasses things like wargaming, which is the use of miniatures and you're pitting armies against each other.
Yeah.
So the most popular people would probably know of is they'd think historical wargaming, like Napoleonics or something.
Yeah.
But we're more on the fantasy side. So the biggest wargaming sort of side of that would be Warhammer, and most people have like a Warhammer shop that they know of in a town centre or something.
Because that's quite popular, isn't it,
It's
Warhammer?
massively popular, yes.
Okay. So, Ian, as the money man, tell me how you all got together to make this a thing.
We've all got sort of a background of wargaming, or Mike in particular's role-playing, which we can discuss later on as well. And we used to go to a club which we didn't feel happy in the way it was being run. So we felt we wanted to bring a community together, run a club in a way that's open, fair, suitable for everybody, where everybody's treated correctly, everybody can play whatever games they wanted. And we thought we'd give it a go, probably more for ourselves initially, just so we've got a place like that to play ourselves. But somehow it's managed to grow into a behemoth of a gaming club. It's absolutely amazing, to be honest. So it was simply so we had somewhere to play, but it's grown out of all expectations.
What do you mean by, I've got to be careful how I say this, a role-play game, Ian?
Role-playing is probably the most known game is Dungeons and Dragons. So it is where somebody who's called a dungeon master, game master, however you want to announce it, runs a story-based game, a narrative-style game, with the players playing as particular characters, and they role-play as those characters to follow the story through. And these gaming sessions could last one night, or they could last years and years.
So, Mike, what makes a good dungeon master?
Imagination. I mean, that makes a good player as well, but it's mostly down to imagination and being able to sort of think of things on the spot. You do have an adventure that you've written or you've purchased, so you need to be familiar with that, and it's kind of like a scenario that you push players through.
So you could, Paul, in theory, I like all my fellow radio presenters, but you could make a game where we're all at war with each other, and if you turned up one night, you'd have to go along with that if you were playing because the Dungeon Master said so.
Well, when you play role-playing, which isn't my forte, which is Mike's forte, you do follow a set rules within that universe, which is usually set by the Dungeon Master and agreed before the first session. You would then normally set your characters up and then follow the storyline set by the Dungeon Master, who then sort of manipulates how the story processes.
Fine. Okay. So, Mike, it's a bit like Claudia Winkleman on The Traitors, then. That's my understanding of it, is that you're sort of that.
Yeah.
Yes, basically, yeah. You are the controller of the game world. Most of the time, it's run that all the players are a band of adventurers and you're working together. But it's not always the case. I have actually run zombie apocalypse games where people are against each other, so that sounds perfect for you and your fellow presenters to play.
Yeah, we get quite competitive, trust me, that would get quite competitive. What does it do for you guys? So, like, I'm really into my running, I've started cycling into work. That's my thing in the week where I can just relax and have a bit of, I guess, me time. Like, what does it do for you on a personal level, Ian, when you get to sort of rock up with people and just have a laugh for a few hours? It must be quite nice and good for you.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's two sides to it. There's a hobby side where everyone's sat at home painting models, building models. Obviously, that's one way of getting you out of the real world, as we're going to call it.
Yeah.
But then the meeting each week, just being able to meet like-minded people who care about what we're all doing, love playing the games, just want to have a laugh.
Win dice.
And it gets you out of the house as well. You know, it's so easy now these days, especially in the gaming sphere, to sit at home, play on a video game all alone, or just chatting to somebody. But just being able to get out into a building with these people and have a serious laugh. And we have events throughout the year as well, little parties to celebrate our birthday, Christmas events, and it's just a great community of people, to be fair.
Guys, it's great that people come together and do this off their own bat to bring like-minded people together. Just before you go, just tell us how we can find you.
So we're at Levens Village Hall, which is near Kendal, but we have our website, which is dysonbolter.com, I believe, is it, Ian?
That is correct.
Yeah. So we have a fully built website. We have our Facebook site again, which is a private Facebook site that anyone can join. Again, Dyson Bolter, that's all everyone has to put in and you'll find us.
Guys, thank you so much for your time tonight. Cheers for coming on the show.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks.